Howdy folks, TJ here. Happy Friday to you. Well, I just wanted to do a quick video and say thank you to all of my, I should say all you folks that have joined my Facebook channel. I hit 500 channel members. Not something that 10 years ago I put any type of goal to. I just started putting stuff up on YouTube for the fun of it. Actually, my first video 10 years ago was for a 1989 Vanagon Synchro camper that I had that I think I was putting up for sale, and I kicked myself in the butt for selling it because I really liked it, but they were quite expensive to maintain, and like always, life gets in the way, and I had to sell it and get some money to do some other stuff. So 10 years ago, my first video was that 1989 Synchro Vanagon, and I think I did a walk around. And then the second one I did was for an Ariba Puck, which was a little German type of camper that was really cool for old Volkswagens. And then as time went on, my videos basically started being mostly about my Volkswagens that I enjoy, my fishing, tenkara, Japanese method of fly fishing that I started picking up at around the same time I started posting videos on YouTube called tenkara. And also retro computers. I was born and raised kind of an Atarian from the late to 1970s when I purchased my first computer myself with my own paper route money, an Atari 800. And I really got back into enjoying the old retro computers. So I started videoing a lot of the computers over the years that I've purchased, and most of them I kind of enjoyed and then moved on. That's kind of been my MO. But there's certain things that I've kept at the same time. So I've got my 1967 Volkswagen camper still, and that one I basically said, even if the shit hits the fan, that one I'm keeping. So far I've been able to do that. But other ones that I thought I'd never sell, I did end up selling. And like I said, life gets in the way, and you kind of put things on the chopping block. But hopefully, as I age here, I can kind of level things out and keep a few things that I really enjoy, and even though I don't put tons of time into them, they're mine and I enjoy them, and periodically go out and tinker with them. So today I just wanted to say thank you. I hit 500 channel members. I've been sitting at mid 300s for a long time, and then the Sinclair kind of got in the way of my life, and since then I've been pumping out video after video for probably on average of one a week, I'm guessing, something like that. And all of a sudden my membership shot up 150 or so, and I hit 500 last week, which is really cool. So I'll post a little link in the picture. I took a picture of the screen that showed I hit 500. I think this morning I'm up to like 504, so it's not some meteoric go up to the tons of channel members, but hey, 500 is pretty cool. That means there's 500 folks out there that either accidentally clicked on join my group or enjoy 3 of the things that most of the videos are about. So I thought I'd quickly cover 3 of the things that I really enjoy talking about. And I've been just really enjoying making videos. What I do need to get is some lighting. Today I'm trying something a little different. I don't know if the videos will come out better, but I have this light that I normally use over my fly tying desk. And I'm kind of got it pointed at me, but realistically, I'd like to buy a cheap, say under $100 light source that I can start using, because my house is kind of dark. My videos typically get kind of fuzzy at times, and poor lighting. I mean, and the camera's all right, I'm sure, for what I do, but I'd like to get better lighting. So hopefully one day I can afford to get some lighting. But today I'm trying this out. Hopefully the glare is not blowing off my glasses or anything, but it's probably better than my normal fuzziness. So anyway, so let's first talk about Volkswagen, since that was the first video I did. So for those folks that know air-cooled Volkswagens, this is the Bible. This is the book called How to Keep Your Volkswagen Alive by John Muir, and not the same John Muir that is an environmentalist and naturalist, but this is a John Muir that's in the old Volkswagens. And this thick book makes anybody, even though I'm not a mechanic, and I'm definitely no mechanic, but comfortable enough to flip through the pages and learn how to keep your old Volkswagen alive. I've done some work on mine. The biggest job I guess I've done is a complete brake job on my Volkswagen thing that unfortunately I sold long ago. But it was a bumper-to-bumper new brakes that I did. Right now I'm working on my 1967 Volkswagen brakes, just the front end. It was pulling the one side, so one of the calipers I knew needed to be replaced. That started a year ago. I am slow when it comes to those things. I'm very methodical, and if I don't know what I'm doing, I look up into it a lot, and then life gets into the way. So I start something and then get 3/4 of the way through, and then all of a sudden something happens, like fishing season happens, and retro computers during the winter time, nice thing to enjoy indoors when it's cold and wet outside. I'd rather not be wrenching on a Volkswagen, busting my knuckles out in cold weather. So things kind of are cyclical for me. So soon I need to get out there. I've got my 67 bus. The driver's side front is all done. The passenger side front is halfway done, maybe 3/4 of the way done. So I need to finish that so I can get my Volkswagen bus back on the road. So anyway, this is an awesome book. So all of my Volkswagen stuff that you'll see, and I'll periodically post a video here or there, mostly probably me enjoying with my wife out camping, camping type of things, and some of it may be Volkswagen related. So I thought I'd show John Muir's book because that was quite instrumental in me back in the early 2000s getting my first Volkswagen and starting to enjoy it. So that's the first thing. Second thing, around the same time period, was Tenkara. And I now work for the company. Actually, I've been there for 8 years now, as of May 4th. And prior to that, in late 2009, I started reading about this cool Japanese method of fly fishing, no reel. And everything in this little case is an actual rod, a fly rod that I can take out on the fly and within a minute be up and fishing, where I don't have to put a fly rod together that takes 10-15 minutes to get everything ready. I'm on the water very quickly with this. So around 2009, I started reading about it. Early 2010, I purchased my first Tenkara rod, and it was from Tenkara USA. And I started posting on their forum, and eventually in 2011, the owner of the company, Daniel, saw that I'm always tied up on my business line helping customers with my own company, and he was going to Japan, and could I fill in his shoes and do customer service for a couple of months. So that was in 2011, and I did that and never left, and he asked me to come on board permanently, and I did that around 2012. I just decided at that point it was time for me to close down my stressful IT business. I did Macintosh sales as point-of-sale computers to retail stores. Great, profitable business, but I was pretty unhappy. On call 24/7, that's not fun. So I decided to close that out and do Tenkara USA full-time at that point, and so we made an agreement, and I became an employee and been there ever since. Love it. It's my life. I would say majority of what I think about, do, is Tenkara. And so this little is a case, actually, and there's a screw cap here. Rods weigh anywhere from about 2 to 4 ounces. And so this little cute little sock, Tenkara USA. This is our newest fly rod we came out with last summer, called the Hane. And this is 15 inches. And it opens up into an 11-foot fly rod. There's no reel. Again, it's for mountain stream fishing, where you don't need to carry a reel and all that extra baggage. This little plug pulls off, and out starts extending a fly rod. And I'm kind of coming at you, camera. You're probably getting all unfocused now. And I can't fully open it up in this room because this opens up to almost 11 feet. But you kind of get the idea. It's a telescopic fly rod. It's a Japanese method that our company Tenkara USA introduced to the United States 10 years ago. We're celebrating our 10-year anniversary this year. And this summer in Boulder, Colorado, we're having our big shindig called the Tenkara Summit. It's in, I believe, July 27th. And so we're going to have anywhere from around a couple hundred people. Last summit we did 2 years ago, there was over 300 people, about 350 people showed up. Don't know about this year, but it's our 10-year anniversary. We may even have a secret little new thing there at the event, which will be cool to show off. Hopefully that happens. But anyway, so this is a simple, easy way to get out and fly fish. So if you're a computer nerd, that doesn't get out much, sometimes like me during the winter time, get into fly fishing, specifically Tenkata USA and Tenkata USA rods. If you have any questions about it, hit me up. I'll let you know everything you need to know. And it's a passion for me, and I love it. And that's Tenkara. So you'll see a lot of my videos are on that. Then now, lately, for probably the last 2, 3, 4 months, I've been, since January, Sinclair computers. I was never into Sinclair. I do remember it in the United States back in the early 80s when I was going to buy my first computer. A friend had a ZX80, and I go, that's pretty neat. And I started reading up about computer stuff, but I was already kind of reading up about Atari, and Atari in the United States was much bigger. And I went with the Atari route. But it's now much later in my life. I'm in my 50s, and this sleek black computer, Sinclair ZX line, really sparked my interest. A computer called the ZX Spectrum Next is a Kickstarter that I hope to get on their second Kickstarter, because that's what introduced me to why do I want to even get one of these things. So while I wait for that next Kickstarter to happen, I've been buying a whole bunch of old Sinclair computers since late January. I've been making videos, been enjoying it, and within that short time, I've already wrote my first game. It's nothing stellar, but I'm proud of it. It's called Invasion of the Cloud People, and it's a quick little 7-layer video game that has a little spaceship that goes around and collects these acid raindrops. You got to get the blue ones before they turn into red ones, and they turn into red ones because the lightning bolts and the tornadoes are going this way and that way and touching them and turning them into red ones. And if you touch those, the acid blows up and your ship blows up. It goes right through your hull of Cellustorm, the ship. So your goal is to get as many of those blue dots as you can. You have to get a certain amount per level. And if you do, a little layer key pops up and you got to quickly go touch it to go to the next level. I haven't finished the game yet under normal speed. I've finally made level 7 twice now. And I've been about 6 acid drops away from getting enough to have the layer key pop up and you advance to the next level. I didn't quite get there because the hailstorms were just enveloping me. But I know it's possible. One other guy kind of hinted to me that he finished it. He said, oh, nice little ending that you have to it. And he kind of made remarks about it. So anyway, so this is my ZX Spectrum Plus. And I've got a whole bunch of Spectrum computers now. And a toast rack and a Timex Sinclair TS2068 is actually the first Spectrum or clone that I got. It's the United States version of the Spectrum, at least. And then I've purchased all these other ones, been enjoying them, got the little Omni laptop, and that's the one that's been used the most because it's the most capable for me. It can write and read from a little SD card. I did all my programming for my game through it, and I used it for getting the game done, and then switched over to my Mac for tinkering with. And as you can tell, the phone's ringing, but that's life. This is my house. I'm not a videographer, and some phone's ringing. Just keep piling through. So anyway, ZX Sinclair, I've fallen in love with it, and I've really enjoyed learning this program in BASIC. Made my first game. Actually have it out there, and in the links, I guess below, I'll point below. I have a link to a little forum or a group I made on Facebook. If you can join, if you're into Sinclair, it's called Sinclair Society, and click on that and join the group. And it's mostly going to be catered to, I think, new people or folks that haven't been in the Sinclair a long time that maybe just be getting back into it or just learned about it and want to learn about it. Learn along with me. That's my goal or a thought, is that see what I do and mimic it, and you show me and I show you type of thing. And even if you're an old hat at Sinclair and want to join, please do. We'll ask questions and you may be able to answer them for us. Just always be kind and don't be rude in my group. And it's just going to be a simple, hey, a little group for folks to gather at. And I'm sure most of it for me will be, hey, I've made a new level or a new game or whatever it may be. Or my Sinclair stopped working. Like this one's a new one I just purchased on eBay recently. Unfortunately, the keyboard membrane is having an issue. These bottom keys aren't working right. So I have to replace that. So I'm going to video that. So anyway, that's kind of my, I just wanted to say thank you for everybody. Well, that's kind of funny. So I go over to the camera after recording that whole almost 2 gigabytes, and the little screen on it's off. I'm all, oh shoot, I just did everything without recording it. But I did record, but my little memory card got full. So right at the end of this last scene, I was saying, well, thanks, and it kind of stopped. So I wanted to quickly re-record the end just saying thank you again for joining my channel. Check out the links below, the Sinclair Society Facebook group. And also I opened up at itch.io. I put my Invasion of the Cloud People there as a free download. And you can also donate there too. I've never asked for any type of donations or anything. Everything's been free. But if you want to kick me a donation, I'm not going to refuse it. So it'd be cool if you like my little game that I've made. Maybe with a couple donations here and there, I might be able to afford new lighting that actually makes my videos look better. But no need if you don't have it. I know money's tight for everybody. So anyway, I put it up on itch.io so folks can download my game, and I've got what the game's about there, and it'll be kind of cool to see people downloading it and playing it and enjoying it. So anyway, thanks again. Hopefully you've enjoyed the videos I've made so far, and I guess the next time I'll make another video like this, if I ever hit 1,000. That's a long ways away if it took me this long to get to 500, but in the last number of months it shot up really quite a bit, and it's because of this more than likely, my infatuation with Sinclair. So thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful Friday, and that was kind of funny. I go up here and I go, oh shit, I haven't recorded the whole thing, what a dumbass. But it did. It recorded everything almost right to the end, and then I filled my little memory card. I've been making so many videos. So thanks again, folks. Have a nice weekend.